It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Hawks and the Boys, and it's coming up next.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Muscles him off. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be design runs as well as his scrambles.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Micah Parsons, the rookie out of Penn State, in to drop him for the sack. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense, led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start, threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboy season.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out to the field and currently trailing in the toughest division of football, the Seattle Seahawks 1-2. They're 4th in the NFC West after that Week 3 loss to the Vikings 30-17. The game, Charles, it started out great for Seattle. Scored all 17 of its points, on the first 3 drives, but a totally different offense took the field in the second half. Seattle didn't have a drive longer than 5 plays in the 3rd and 4th quarters. It leaves Seattle in a tough position early, fighting upward in a division also containing 3-0 LA and Arizona and 2-1 San Francisco.
And Brandon, in past years, we would have counted on Seattle to rely on their running game and their defense to go ahead and weather the storm. But the defense has struggled over the last couple of years, so they've got to win shootouts now. That's why the offensive issues they've had after fast starts have become the focus for them. They've got to find a way to sustain that through a game and make sure DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett touch it on the perimeter and Chris Carson gets activated in the running game.
Speaking of that division, they do have a couple of division games coming up at San Francisco Week 4, then hosting LA Thursday night Week 5. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming up. They run it with Carson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
An offensive line play and pass protection has been a problem in recent years for the Seahawks. And more importantly, for quarterback Russell Wilson. They allowed 48 sacks last year, the 5th most in the NFL. They vowed to improve. Didn't get it done on that play.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're 2-1 now on the season. Remember, they had the tough loss in Tampa in the season opener. But since then, they've gotten a win at the Chargers and then another one week 3 at home versus the Eagles. So 3 weeks in, the Cowboys on top in the NFC East. Now coming up, they get 2 more home games. First against unbeaten Carolina, and then another home game week 5 in the division against the currently winless New York Giants.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down carry by Elliott. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
By anyone's measure, CeeDee Lamb had an excellent rookie campaign with 74 catches and 935 yards. He's poised for an even bigger season this year.
On 1st down, it's Elliott, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them the first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carson. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. And that is the the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Diggy providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Zeke going to get it on the option. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. Well, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it out, loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. Fights off the defender. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. A give to Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 43. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to. And this still will be intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
And without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons. And even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 24, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
56, Mike, 56.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 67 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's Elliott, complete. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56.
And again, it's Prescott. Open man ram, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was almost dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the 31, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
48-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the main field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
On first down, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. Loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Wilson will throw again. It's caught. Lockett. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. Prescott on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On second down now. It's Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Elliott. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
3 yards the gain there, second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To throw again on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. Being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
He hits his target, Lockett, and he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal of 27.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position. Not
at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Dallas. He'll look to set up his blockers. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job, because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Elliott.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry, or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up, and it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against it. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Wilson on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They go play action now. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Myers' kick is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Now Pollard. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard.
Time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Again, Dak going to keep it.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target man.
And they work this well upfield across the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. Breaks a tackle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Gotta be patient, baby. Gotta be patient.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Powers past him at the 5.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
All right. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Now Pollard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, 71 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 2. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Chris Carson trotting back out there, responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns, but all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Now Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Prescott. Into the secondary, past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And this one is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
That's how we do it, baby.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Wilson, being chased out left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Wilson to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Fighting to stay upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, baby.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the...
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
What I'm talking about.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Prescott now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
The Seahawks take back over.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
First down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, rolling to his right. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means their offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A Cowboy 1st down there. Prescott to Gallup.
Now Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 1. 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now Dak. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On first down, it's Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing now is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now it's the Cowboys' turn, trailing by 4. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
To throw, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Prescott on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.